We are live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Ian. Hi, Anna. Welcome. Hi, Cameron. Welcome. And hello, Jenna. Welcome. So good to see your name, at least. John is currently on a plane today. So I'm going to be acting as our host and attempting to do a reasonable job. Hey, Ashley. Hi, Jamal. Welcome. Welcome, Candace. Welcome, Paul, Madison. Hello, Saucy. Welcome, everyone. Our first session without John. Okay. Let's see, let me go to my notes from John here. So welcome to Living Well Community, your home for interactive and on-demand wellness programming, created and curated by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. This is Mind the Moment in Everyday Life. Each week, we take viewer questions and explore how mindfulness can help you make the most out of every moment of your life. So I'm very happy, even though I'm sad that John's not here, I'm very happy that Khalila Archer is joining us. So welcome, Khalila. Really good to have you here.
Thanks, Jess. Happy to be here.
Great. So, well, I'm looking forward to the topic. I'll give a little bit of introduction of Khalila when we do that from my side, but here's John's amazing icebreaker. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
What superpower would you like to have that might also reveal something about your personality?
Oh, I would love to have the superpower of making food available at any time, whatever I want, at the caliber that I would like, whether it's for myself or like with people or sending it, across the world to someone who needs it.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so in this moment right now, what would you make if you had that superpower?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I was like having to make breakfast for myself and really not feeling like anything I had was what I wanted.
Mhm.
So I ate something, but what would I have had if I could have just had anything? I think I would have had like some miso soup and rice and like fresh greens and a boiled egg, which I could have made, but I didn't want to make it.
Okay. Wow. Great. Awesome.
What would you have? I could send it to you.
What do I have right now? I mean, that sounds good, but maybe some carrots in it or something else too. Okay, and so let's see, I have to think of my superpower. What's coming to mind right now, my superpower would be that I could just like um choose really choose my mind state in any given moment.
Mm.
And then I would have the ability to adapt the energetic mind state in the space at that moment as well, in any given moment. Yeah. Yeah. All right, folks. We'd love for you to be part of the conversation today as well. So if you could have any superpower, what would it be? John is saying that invisibility, flying, and super speed are off limits. So what would you be if you could have any superpower? This is actually reminding me of a classic. So Khalil and I know each other because we have taught teen retreats together for many years and ran this organization called Inward Bound Mindfulness Education, working with teenagers. And we do these small groups where there's a lot of icebreakers and connection. And one of the classic questions, one of my all-time favorite is, if you were a dragon, what color would you be and what would you breathe? So this feels like one of those classic teen retreat questions. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm just saying here, the ability to speak every language. Awesome. Love
Yeah.
that one. Cool. All right. Well, anyone else? You're also welcome to answer the dragon question too, if that's stirring your inspiration.
In
Okay.
the future, you should give John that question. Oh, but
Okay. Oh.
John's gonna watch this recording, so yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Ability to go back in time. All right,
Whoa.
great. I
Mm,
just want to be able to sense, oh, how people are feeling. Okay, cool.
mm.
As a teacher, yeah, that's cool. I mean, imagine if you could like adapt the mind states of your students in your room. Amazing. Infinite knowledge. This is really good. I'm super appreciating it. Thank you all. So I just want to give a little bit more introduction. Well, Khalil, would you tell us a little bit more about what you're doing right now, what your work is in the mindfulness space?
Yeah. Yeah, I do a number of things. I um meet with students one-on-one and talk about practice, work with students around their practice, but also practice in daily life. What does that look like? How can we live into our practice uh, better all the time? And then I teach for a collective of teachers out here in the West Coast. I'm in Portland, Oregon. Um, so we're primarily based on the West Coast, called Dharma Homies. So I'm teaching regular mindfulness sessions weekly, and then some programming, some special programming. And I also support a foundation that funds a lot of work in the meditation field, particularly around nature and meditation practice. So, yeah, everything is related in one way or another.
Okay, awesome. Well, I think it'd be really fun for you to come back and talk about nature and mindfulness at some point. But
Yeah.
today I have a question that's not related to nature, but I thought it might be appropriate for you because we worked together. And this is a work question.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that there might have been times when you felt this way about me. And I'm wondering what you did. So here's the viewer question. Sorry, I
Yeah.
don't have it written out like John. I have it on my computer.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, viewer question. I've recently been given a project at work that I didn't ask for, and
Mm.
that I frankly think should not even be my responsibility. Every day I receive some email about this project and it throws me into a rage tailspin. I'm at least mindful enough, though, to not respond to the email from a place of rage.
Mm.
Instead, I do some self care activities until I feel like I can suck it up and respond. But then the next day, I'll receive another email about the project and I'll go into the exact same rage tailspin. No change. Am I doing this wrong? Khalila, what's your
Mm.
advice for this person?
Yeah, well, first I just uh want to say sounds like a situation that's ongoing and difficult, and we all have these in our lives, situations that are ongoing and difficult and not resolvable by one session of meditation or even many sessions of meditation. And so like with meditation, I'm not sure what the question is. Like, am I doing it wrong? Am I doing the meditation wrong, or am I doing life wrong? But like, as far as meditation goes, I think it really gives us such an opportunity to work with what is happening internally, and to get clear about what's happening internally so that we might act more aligned or take action in a way that supports us and supports the people in our relationships around us. Um, so that's all to say, it doesn't make difficult situations go away necessarily. And I'm really faced with that regularly on the daily, like, oh, the situation is still here. I'm meditating, but it's still here. And I'm oriented to like, how do we take care of our emotions? How do we really take care of them? So for me, when rage comes up, it's it's giving me information about what is important to me, what matters to me. And in fact, I think all emotions are giving me information about what's
Mhm.
important to me. Um, and um, sitting, it's like we can be with our emotions, particularly difficult ones, with an extra bit of agenda, like, I don't like this, or why is this happening, or I'm going to sit with it so it'll go away. And that like extra bit of wanting it to be different kind of gets in the way of actually attuning deeply to what it is that matters to us. And so in this situation, I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is, but if it were me, I'd probably try to one, spend that time. Like I love that self-care, that taking the time to just soothe one's nervous system, but not just to soothe the nervous system, but to get curious about why does this matter to me? What's important here? What is it? Am I feeling unappreciated? Am I feeling taken advantage of? Am I wanting, yeah, what am I wanting? What am I needing here that could help guide next steps? So that it's not just that I'm sucking it up, but I'm actually finding a way to either come to terms with this reality, like this is the job that I have to do, and how do I get to a place where I can accept that? Or or is there a conversation I need to have, or some communication that needs to happen so that I can better meet my needs, something like that. I'm curious, Jess, how that lands. I mean, we've navigated this together a lot. Maybe not I mean, sure, we've had our challenges, but like just this reality of like having to work and do things that we don't want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Certainly try having to do work and do things that we don't want to do. I love what you're saying of like, it's kind of like respecting the emotion and
Yeah.
using it for information rather than just trying to suck it up or get rid of it.
Hmm.
Um, so, so then this follow on question of like, maybe this is maybe give a specific, like, are there any examples where you felt angry and it was useful? Like you
Yeah.
took useful, it was a useful thing, or, like you didn't just make it go away.
Totally. Yeah, well,
Mhm.
I mean, for me, I'm oriented to the energy of anger. This sounds a little out there, but like what is the energy of anger? It's fast. It has a lot of energy behind it. It wants to take action. And to me that there's a purpose there. Sometimes we need to move quickly. We need to stand up for ourselves. We need to take action. We need to say, "No, this isn't right," you know? And
Mhm.
that energy of anger feels like really important at times and has a quality of protection. And when we're constantly avoiding that, I don't know that it goes away. Like it kind of builds. It can shift into resentment, or it can just kind of sit there until we explode. Um, so there's something to the quality of anger that for me can guide us a little bit of like what's
Mhm.
happening. And sometimes when I'm angry in the moment, and I have enough mindfulness, I can just pause and feel that energy move through my body. And it can actually move quite quickly. And when I let it kind of have some sort of expression isn't the right word because I'm not like yelling necessarily, but I'm allowing it to be in my system and move. I can often find my way back to some stability and equilibrium quicker, and then more clarity about what's needed in the moment.
Mhm. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense to me. The connection with clarity. It's actually just reflecting on like um an experience I even had last night. There's a situation that I feel angry about kind of in my work life. And it's funny because it's even hard for me to admit, like, oh, I feel angry, because there's such a tendency to, I'm trying to like suppress that or figure out a different way to feel. But when I do that, I actually usually end up feeling like there's something wrong with me because
Mhm,
I'm angry.
mhm,
And
mhm.
so I was talking to a friend and I decided to just like go with or honor the feeling. And I got so much clarity about what I'm experiencing. Like was able to articulate what it is that I want to be different or that I think is
Right,
happening in the situation. And then I felt great. I didn't have to do like a whole bunch of self-care. I actually just got to like feel like go with the anger and it pointed
right,
me to a place. Then once I felt what it was sort of pointing to, the anger went away and I just felt like very
yeah,
settled.
right. Because it's trying to tell you something. It's like alarms going off, like, "Hey, something's
Mhm.
not right, pay attention," when we're trying to soothe ourselves out of it, and not that self-soothing is bad, it's very helpful, it can be really helpful.
Mhm.
But if we're just trying to mollify and not actually attend to what matters, it gets more confusing.
Yeah. Yeah. I've definitely had that experience.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and I could maybe also there's like gendered aspects of that, like as women and
Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. Who's allowed to feel angry, and also just like our comfort with that. And we often relate anger to violence, right?
Mhm.
And that's not random. There is like anger can lead to a certain level of violence or a lot of violence, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be violent. It doesn't have to be hateful. But we maybe don't have a lot of experience navigating that that emotion with um, kind of skill and compassion because we're a little bit afraid of it. I'd say
Mhm.
collectively, which again, I don't want to ignore what anger can do to a
Mhm.
person and to relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, so are you up for uh for guiding us in a practice
Yeah, yeah.
maybe
And
related to this?
I
Okay.
thought I might guide a little bit of just how to practice a little bit with emotions. I know we have just a short time, so we won't um go too deep, but this is a practice that I use both in my meditation, like when I'm sitting and some emotion is here, but also in the moment when I can remember and there's mindfulness, I can practice. So there's just yeah, so we'll dive in and I'll guide you. And just really inviting first to find a comfortable posture, however that is for you. And you might be seated, you could be lying down, you could be standing, you could be walking. And taking a few moments to feel where your body is in contact with whatever you're sitting or standing, lying on. Just where the butt, the legs, the back are in contact with the furniture, the floor. This is just really simple. Whatever you feel, whatever you sense here. And the ground below you, the earth, is also here supporting you, supporting us. We're resting here. And to whatever degree is possible, allowing the body to relax into that sense of support, whatever amount that you feel, right? Resting on the furniture, on the floor, on the ground, the earth. Perhaps a longer exhale, inviting the body to relax a little bit. And then just gently connecting in with some part of your experience that feels easeful and available. We can call this the anchor, the home base, the home ground. Perhaps it's that just that simple sense of the body resting, or it's the natural rhythm of the breath, sounds coming and going. Connecting in with this home base, this place of relative rest for the mind. And so you can feel free to stay here and be with this home base for the duration of the practice or any time in the practice that feels useful to come back. It's like a touchstone, it's a resource for us. When we get distracted or lost or activated, can be a real support here. Once you've found a little bit of stability there with that home base, if you'd like, just opening up and sensing into what I call the emotional field, or even you might just start attuning to the area of the chest, the neck, the throat, torso. So our emotions tend to have an expression in the body, have sensations associated with them. You might just see, is there an emotion here? A flavor of an emotion might be subtle, or it might be more obvious. And it can be any emotion. It can be a pleasant emotion, sense of happiness or well-being. Might be unpleasant, agitation or anxiety. Just opening up to what's here. And noticing if there's sensations in the body. And perhaps there's a sense of an emotion, but you don't even know what it is. There's just like something here, a fluttering or a moving in the chest, tension or lightness. So that's fine. We're just doing an inquiry. We can be curious. There's no need to find something in particular. We're just seeing what's here. And seeing if you can just feel the feeling. You might just do this for a moment, feel the feeling, and then come back to the resource of your home base, your anchor. So for me, there's a little bit of tightness in the chest, a little bit of anxiety or agitation. And feeling it for a moment, and then coming back to just the simplicity of sitting here, sitting on the chair, feeling the ground below me. Well, just let us practice like that for a minute or two. And you can move between this, we call this pendulation, moving between the emotion. You can be with it for a few moments. You can be with it longer. You get to decide. Can I be with this? Can I feel this experience in the body? And then coming back and resourcing as often as needed with the stability and support of the home base. And wherever you are, whether you've been feeling something or not feeling much, we'll just all come back and settle again with that easeful resource, the anchor, the home base, sensing in to body sensations or sounds or the breath. Once you're ready, you can take your time in closing the practice, opening the eyes if they're closed, connecting back in with space around you and the screen. Thanks.
Thank you, Khalila, so much. Thank you. So, what happens for you when you do that? When you just be with the emotion? What do you notice, like in that
Yeah.
meditation?
For me, there's a level of tension that softens, right? So much in my day, if I'm getting emotional, even really happy, there can be a kind of tension of trying to manage that with whatever I have going on in my life. And so in the meditation, it's like I can let go of the management
Mhm.
and be with my experience in this really kind of kind way. And and even if it's difficult emotions, I often feel like, okay, I'm okay. It's okay. This is just part of being a human, and it makes sense that I feel this way. And I don't have those necessarily those conscious thoughts, but that's kind of what's happening in the system. I'm just like, okay, this is the
Mm.
way it is. So it feels like easeful and like such a support. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Yeah, and so then actually, Khalila, is there anything that you want to highlight of what's coming up for you? Oh wait, let's see. Let's see what Cameron is responding here. Yeah, I felt a lot of anxiety lately, coming back to work. Yeah, and today was fear.
Mm.
Any thoughts about that, Khalila?
Yeah, I mean, one is just like what I know it doesn't feel good, but to like actually know what we're feeling is so helpful. And then to see
Mm.
like, oh, fear of not being good enough. And then we actually have some relationship to that. We might bring in some resourcing. I might bring in some resourcing like, oh yeah, you're feeling not good enough. This is me talking to myself. I'm feeling like maybe insecure, not good enough. And that's okay. That's okay. And I might remind myself what I know, or I might call a friend or get that kind of reassurance. And like, I'm not trying to fix the fear so much, but I am seeing like, oh, it's not so helpful for me to be thinking this way. And is there a way for me to um, shift the mind state in a kind and gentle way?
Mm. Great, thank you. Yeah, and I see Amatis is saying that she felt more openness and love for what's happening and practicing that way. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Matisse.
Yes. Our friend, old friend Amatis. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, great. So please, so check it out. The links are in the chat, and then I guess if you're watching this later on YouTube, they'll be below. And then, Khalil, this is the time when we can share anything you want to share about that's coming up for you, or how to get in touch with you.
Yeah, I think Jess is gonna put my website in the chat so you can find me there. I'm happy to be in touch. And I also teach weekly in this Teachers Collective, Dharma Homies, it's called Morning Mindfulness. We offer it 7 days a week, and I teach often on Sundays. And we actually have some programming coming up around like relationships and communication and practice, and how we can grow our skills in that way. So if this is interesting, this is very connected to that. So you can check it out.
Awesome. Great. Thank you. And thanks, Jamal. I see your comment here about feeling the emotion in the body. That feels like hugely important practice. All right, so I'm going to put in here a couple of things that I have coming up actually pretty quick. I usually forget to say this, but on this coming Sunday, I'm teaching a retreat around healthy attachment. Um, and that's near Northampton, Massachusetts. So if you could come in person. That would be awesome to meet you in person if you can, or you can join online too. It'll be online. And then the Monday right after that, so next Monday, I'm starting this weekly 4 o'clock group where we're mostly focusing on compassion meditation. And yeah, so I'd love for people to join. That one will be online for now, and soon we'll have some in person in Vermont. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Khalila. It's awesome to see you. I'm so appreciative that
Thanks,
you could
Jess.
come in and replace John. For
I can't replace him.
ah,
He's irreplaceable, but it was a
that's
pleasure to
true.
be here. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. And thank you, everyone.